Well, good evening, everybody. It is just about 11 o'clock, so I'm going to have to make this somewhat quick. A lot of responses to the pick cities tonight. We got a lot of pick cities to pick from tonight, but let's talk temperatures first and foremost. Right now, most of the state will get down to either at or just slightly below the freezing mark. Here in Metro Atlanta, though, I still think we're going to stay above the freezing mark. We're going with 36 for the overnight low temperature here in the Metro. Our skies are clear right now, and just some clouds up to our north as we're watching this series of systems start to move in. We've got this weak clipper that's going to move across the Midwest, and then another little upper level low that's out towards Albuquerque that'll swing in this direction by Friday. That'll bring us a little bit of an increase in the clouds coming up on Friday, but other than that, the weather pattern the next couple days, pretty tranquil, pretty nice going into the weekend. We're talking about temperatures in this weekend being on the nice side, actually. So here we are at 11 o'clock tonight, 30s and 40s outside. By 7 o'clock in the morning, lots of low 30s, a couple freezing areas. Again, Atlanta will not get down below the freezing mark, but tomorrow afternoon looking at sunny skies, a couple of high clouds, temperatures in the 50s, and tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that's when we hit our highs. Typically this time of year will be in the mid and upper 50s. So in Metro Atlanta, getting down to about 34 degrees tomorrow morning, 34, 36 degrees, 50 degrees at 12 o'clock, and 56 by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, so here's what we're talking about right here, folks. This is the Canadian air mass we looked at yesterday. This is valid for Tuesday afternoon. This is the European model, and notice that the European model, this, by the way, is the 5,000 foot freezing temperature line, and that is a good indication of where we got some really cold air. Notice where the really deep cold air is over the New England states, but we've got a good intrusion coming down in this direction. Now this is the GFS, or excuse me, the European. Remember yesterday, the GFS had the cold air sitting up here. Look at the cold air now. GF agreement with the European model, so that means cold air intrusion is likely going to happen. Well, not a matter of if it's going to happen, just how cold it's going to get. The GFS is not quite as cold as the European, but the European model is staying consistent. Again, check this out. Now, here's the difference. The Euro is backed off a little bit. Remember this dashed blue line here? We call that the 540 line. Yesterday, that what we call the 540 line was literally all the way down into Old Mexico and around in this part of the country. Not as bad today. It's a lot more, it's a lot further towards the north. And look at the GFS. The GFS now, GFS model, actually in almost identical agreement with the European model. So since they're agreeing with a lot of the features, the GFS just has to swing a little more toward the temperatures that the European model is calling for, which unfortunately is the 30s for highs. Yay. All right, well, we're going to have the forecast coming up at 11 o'clock in just a couple minutes. Until then, Chris Holcomb again in for Chester McNeil tomorrow in the morning time. You guys have a fantastic evening.